Hello. So I want to talk about Marichyasana A, which is, as a teacher, is one of my favorite asanas to get my students into, especially if you're newer to Ashtanga, because it's not an asana that you would normally find in any other class. Most vinyasa classes don't incorporate it. And it's something that on the surface you think is impossible, but with help and teacher and trust, it's very possible. And it's so fun to see someone who thinks that they can't do it. Like, yes, you can. I can see it. So I'm just going to talk about a couple of things that I often see students doing that kind of set themselves up to get in their own way. So when we're doing this asana, there's a couple of different things that we need to keep in mind. The main one is this is one where relaxation is the most important thing. Oftentimes we're trying to muscle our way through a pose. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of strength. Even the teacher is cueing you to flex this, to engage this, to activate that. But in this specific instance, relaxation is the best way that you're going to get from point A to point B. So what even is Marichyasana A? So it is a bind, and it's a one-legged bind. So we're going to start on the right side. So our right foot is planted, and our left leg is extended straight out in front of us. So this beginning of the setup is the most important part. First, we want to make sure that we have this calf as close to the thigh as possible. And I'll turn this way so you can see. So you have it scooched in as much as you can. And then we're going to eventually come next into a forward fold. So if I have my foot and my inner thigh close together, there is no way for my chest to go. Best case scenario, I have my chin on my shin, so far away. So one thing that often happens is we set our foot here, and then we kind of let our knee fall to the side, and then we come forward. While that gets this upper body part happening, it does not allow a good foundation for what needs to happen with the shoulders. And what that looks like is when we find that bind. So it's coming here and here, catching behind the back. So if I have my foot here, my leg here, and my arms are already a little tight, maybe I don't have the most flexible shoulders, especially if I'm a male. Most male students are a lot stronger in the upper body, so their mobility is limited. If I'm trying to get this arm around this leg that's out here to the side, I don't have much range of motion. So what I need to do is heel toe that foot out, so I am able to keep this knee straight up and fold forward without it wanting to collapse up. So I do have to find some activation with the inner thighs by keeping that thigh in, not allowing it to fall out, but keeping it in and being able to forward fold. So that's step one. Is this possible? If you don't have that inner thigh activation and that knee wants to fall out, maybe take a few breaths here and just think of squeezing those thighs together. There's different asanas in the beginning of the practice that are standing that we can do, that we can focus on that inner thigh engagement. But for the sake of this tutorial, just maybe finding the space here like this. Okay, so we have the lower half set up. Let's talk about what needs to happen with the shoulder. So this lower half is engaged. We have this squeezed in. We have this squeezed in this way, not so much that it's collapsing in, but it's staying stable, and I'm able to come forward and backwards without having to do anything, right? I can just come here and I'm set up perfectly. So now with the shoulders, we need to think that we need to be able to find full rotation in the shoulders. Let me see if I can get my full arm in this frame. So I need to have this whole entire arm be able to rotate like that. When we have flexible joints along the same line, so like shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, ankle, the farther away it is from the body, the more flexible it is. What does that mean? I can move this wrist without the shoulder moving at all, right? Like this is very flexible. So I can cheat, I can flip my hand, and usually it will be cued, rotate your palm or rotate that arm and then come back. But instead of thinking about just the hand, I want you to think about that action happening at the top of the shoulder. So how we can do that is keep the thumb up, and can I turn that elbow crease down? And can I turn that elbow crease so it's facing up, right? So I'm going from here to here. Is this possible? If it is, great, do that. If it's not, work on it, yeah? Or relax and let me do it, your teacher. And when I'm assisting you, I'm trying to get this full rotation because we need to get this to happen. Why? Because that first step towards the binds is we're here. I need to get that shoulder down because I need to be able to bend that elbow and have that hand come into the same position. So I want to try, instead of being here or even just my wrist being here and then coming here, right? Like my arm, I can't get my arm behind I can't even get it past my torso. Yeah. How am I going to get it past my leg? So I need to find that full arm rotation. And then when I bring it back, oh, look, now it can go behind my back. Here, I just move my hand, I come here, right? I can go this way, but now I'm starting to pull too much on that. And if I don't have rotation, this is usually where an impingement or rotator cuff or shoulder injury, if you already have it, it may be exacerbated. If you don't have it, you may create it. So if you're trying to force something, when I'm here and then I just go here, I try to move this back, that can be very painful. So instead of trying to find the whole entire rotation from the wrist for this arm, find the whole entire rotation from the arm from the shoulder. So think, can I go like this? So my elbow is pointing straight up towards the ceiling, and then can I bring my arm back? Yeah. So let me turn this way. We're gonna make sure that our foot is planted, our chest is able to come forward, our inner thigh is keeping this thigh in so it's not collapsing. We're gonna come forward, see if we can come forward, see if those legs are strong and stable. If they're good, we can progress. We're going to bring our arm out to the side, and can I take my elbow crease from facing, or my, what would you call this? The pointy part of your elbow? The pointy part of your elbow, elbow tip, elbow cap, kneecap, elbow cap, sure. Elbow cap, from pointing the back of the room to pointing towards the ceiling. And once I do that, can I start to hinge at that elbow and bring that arm up? So it should be a very easy movement, just rotation of here. Okay, so that's step one, or step three, whichever. Now, this arm, we need to do the exact same thing. So we're gonna have this arm out to the side, elbow cap pointed towards the back of the room. Can I turn the elbow cap so it's pointed up towards the ceiling? Can I bring, now I don't have to clear a leg here, so that means I can get even more reach out of this left arm. And then I can catch. Maybe I just catch my fingertips. Maybe I'm able to catch my hands. Maybe I'm able to catch my wrist. Okay, now if I forget, I just kind of move my wrist and I bring it back, and then I try to like lift and bring it back. I'm gonna fight it. You can try that on your own and see how much more challenging it is. The last little bit to find success, to find depth in this posture, in this asana, is to think about sealing off this armpit as much as you can with this leg. So not only is this leg like into the center, your inner thighs are squeezing in towards one another, but you are getting this armpit into that shin as much as you can. You want to have as much space between your shin and your elbow as possible. If I'm stuck here, if my elbow is at my shin, I'm not going to be able to bring that back. I need to come forward and I need to reach to clear that elbow and the shin. And then once I'm there, I find my binds. And then I use, not only am I squeezing my inner thigh in, I'm pushing myself forward. So this left hip comes completely off the ground. It's never gonna touch the ground. So I go from here, hit sit bone on the ground. When I come into this fold, best case scenario, chin to shin, I come forward into this forward fold. This right hip, this right sit bone is completely off the mat. Yeah, I have all this space here. Forward folds. Okay, and then you try the other side. So see what's possible. Loosey-goosey noodle arms. Think about rotating in those shoulders, really getting this action here. Seeing if you can clear space from just bringing the elbows so they're touching your side body to rotating and then bringing your elbows to behind you. And then think about those legs. Try this on your own. It will not only help you be able to establish a depth in this pose when you're working on it at home in your own practice or like with a lead video or something like that, but it will also help yourself, help me when I'm getting you into the asana. So then you're able to kind of understand why I'm moving you in the way that I am, because this is what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get the rotation to start from here, trying to make sure that we have plenty of space to clear. And let's see the magic happens. If you don't think it's possible, if you don't think you are flexible enough to do it, if you think that's something insanely crazy, come take a class with me. Let me know that you want to try it, and I will be more than happy to get you into that asana and show you all of the things that are possible when you work with the teacher, when you show up on your mat, and when you just try. Thank you.